Fixing a spare bayonet onto his shotgun, he glanced at the horizon. The thundering footsteps, big and small, was growing louder and louder. They were nearly upon him. He went over his kit one last time. 5 bayonets, 23 packs of incendiary explosives, 15 magazines of armor-piercing ammunition, 33 sticky bombs, 4 tear gas grenades, and so on. And his favorite. 2 shoulder-mounted missile launchers, loaded with 6 AtG Viper missiles. Heat-seeking, detonation power of 15 pounds of TNT per missile. Lightweight, and the best part, automatic firing mechanism. He initially favored a more analog approach to weapons, but the thing had grown on him. Turning to face the oncoming mob, he loaded his shotgun. The adrenaline started pumping. Bring it on. Order. Bandolier. Tracking number 112. Estimated delivery 04/19/2056. Shipping method standard. Shipping address 3950 Suncell Lane, Tri-City, Earth. Shipping details. Thank you for your participation in the auction. We've included a short history on the item, as well as documentation to verify its authenticity. This was one of the famous bandoliers worn by B. Grundy himself. He and his pals used to raise terror all over the map of the new territories. Their favorite activity was tying up people they didn't like and dragging them behind them on their horses. Grundy clearly had a sweet spot for the old days. The sling carries an impressive assortment of ammunition. Grundy himself carried around many guns. It was rumored that they had held out for 3 whole days and nights before their weapons ran dry. Order. Antique Pauldron. Tracking number 58. Estimated delivery 04/05/2056. Shipping method priority. Shipping address Jungle 7, Museum of 2019, Earth. Shipping details. Another antique from our collection. This bad boy was found on the battlefield where much of the war was fought. The excavation site was littered with bones, all surrounding the remains of one rebel soldier who was carrying this artifact. According to hearsay and rumors, rebel soldiers wearing pauldrons much like this one would enter trances on the battlefield. Time would slow down and all they could see was the enemy. Of course, it is just speculation, but there were a lot of bodies surrounding the thing's old owner. Be careful, okay? Order. Chronobauble. Tracking number 99. Estimated delivery date 03/03/2066. Shipping method priority. Shipping address 9042 Private Drive, Eustic Plaza, Mercury. Shipping address. Weren't you just a kid? Summer breaks feel like they were just so recent, but it's been 10 years, hasn't it? Life moves faster and faster as you get older. Less moments to remember to cement you in time. I don't even remember being 25. How do I forget an entire year? Anyways, I found this trinket shop on Mercury, a Chronobauble. The seller said something about special relatively really heavy distortions or something. I didn't really get it. It's supposed to slow down time around it. Right. Anyways, I'm shipping it to myself to arrive in 10 years. A gift from me to me. A reminder to make memories, to slow down a bit. 10 years will pass so quick. Try to remember them. You've got to put effort into life. Order. Deathmark. Tracking number 66. Estimated delivery 02/22/2056. Shipping method high priority. Shipping address 421 Lane, Lab 72, Mars. Shipping details. Everyone said that I was crazy to search for a lost artifact on Mars. Idiots. There hasn't been any proof of a previous civilization, but I have always trusted my gut. This skull proves that I'm right, that something did exist here before. That smug professor at the university, always disparaging my research. I loved seeing the look on his face as I shook his hand. Idiot. Karma must have been working overtime. I heard he fell ill shortly after. I suppose my success was just too much for him. In fact, everyone I've shown seems to not be returning my calls. Are they avoiding me? Are they scared this news would shake up their academic communities? Too proud to admit I'm right? I'll find someone who will give me the recognition I deserve. I've worked too hard and done too much. If I don't keep going, I think I might just die. As humanity began to venture out into the depths of space, high energy but low volume fuel sources became critical for interplanetary travel. Stability came later. Brief History of Interplanetary Advances, Volume 2. Order: Ghor's Tome. Tracking number: 19. Estimated delivery date: 07/07/2056. Shipping method: priority. Shipping address: 99th floor, Crumbling Tower, Venus. Shipping details: ancient secrets, transmutation, homunculi, alchemy. Nothing more than nonsense. Pursuits of rightly intentioned but grossly misled minds. Or so I thought. This item's unexpected physical properties are reason enough to stay my immediate dismissal. Strange fortune led me to this book, and stranger knowledge still fills the pages. Chilling, even. It concludes in Chapter 8 that even iron can become gold, but only through a ritual of intense bloodletting, a thought disturbing enough without considering the bountiful riches that accompanied the estate. The takeaway, above all else, seems to be that you cannot get something from nothing. Even the very papers of the tome turned to ash as I tried to make photocopies. Whatever was on the first 2 pages are lost forever. I need transcriptions of the rest by hand, and I know you take pride in your precision. And, most importantly, Costa, I trust you. Don't do anything that would draw attention to yourself. I will try to find the other volumes. This is knowledge too dangerous to lose. I'm not going anywhere. What I do is important, and no plague is going to stop me from getting that done. City folk are all up in a tizzy over this and that, scared that y'all will pass without doing some crazy goals you set for yourself. But me? I'm not afraid of death. Suffering is just another part of life, and like labor, I can do it myself. To death, I say, I don't need your damn help. Unnamed Farmer. Tragedy of Mercury. History. European laws have cracked down heavily on poaching, with the intent to help the re-emergence of the Hopoo. Since then, the Greebox Foundation has helped support Hopoo conservation groups, substantially growing their population beyond the initial 3 that were recorded in recent years. European Wildlife Guide. Should passion die down, should light be extinguished, will you bring me patience? Will you die with me? The Zizigi of Io and Europa. It was a crisp evening, and things were looking up. The botanist had begun walking towards the plant biology complex to check on several alien plants that had been recovered from the week before. Another worker was already in the complex, busy at work. Hey! Oh, hello. The worker greeted her enthusiastically. He was carrying several bags of fertilizer, and she had given him a quizzical look. You need any help with those? She said. gathering her clipboard from her check. "Oh, no, I'm alright. It's a good workout, actually," he said. As he walked, the botanist couldn't help but wonder what kind of job required that much fertilizer. As the door to the greenhouse whirred open, she got her answer. Roots scaling the height of the greenhouse and snaking along the ceiling, even invading the containers of other specimens. "What the hell?" she cried. Her jaw slacked. And then she noticed the other plants. Every other plant in the greenhouse had withered, with an incriminating root leading back to the overgrowth that the worker was now feeding fertilizer. The botanist was speechless. "What happened? What is that?" she stammered. The worker turned to her and grinned. "One of the specimens we got in the last expedition. He demanded a lot of nutrients. It took me so long to even get it to sprout. I was racking my brain, trying every trick in the book. And every other specimen seemed to be growing fine, so I figured, hey, why not share some of that? And look!" Spreading his arms, the worker marveled at the gallery of dead plants. Dropping her clipboard, the botanist's stomach sank. Things were no longer looking up. Order: Lepton Daisy. Tracking number 23. Estimated delivery 07/23/2056. Shipping method: standard. Shipping address: Duck Lane, Orlandis, Earth. Shipping details: Dear Stellania, I haven't been able to visit in a while, so I hope you and Libra are doing well. I heard that you were clearing the lands there and wanted to spruce things up. I'm sending this flower I picked up from the carbon fields of Electron Valley. The transformers there told me that, over time, the landscaping efforts were improved by the organic band signals sent out by this plant. I've been helping them build a new world. Just make sure that it's high enough so that Mushka can't get to it. I'm not sure what effect it'll have on dogs. Order: Old Guillotine. Tracking number 782. Estimated delivery 04/29/2056. Shipping method: standard. Shipping address: Warehouse 36, Ankalar, Primus 5. Shipping details: Everyone is still operating on adrenaline here. We finally overthrew our oppressors and have taken back Primaris 5. I know some of the overlords will attempt to buy their way into stealth transport, but that'll be quite difficult due to their epic economic blunder. We don't just want blood for all the injustices we've suffered at their hands. We want to send a message to would-be sympathizers. This old guillotine will serve both as an execution method and a symbol to strike fear into their hearts, wherever they might be hiding. Primus 5 is alive. Order: Miscellaneous Old World Artifacts 47. Tracking number 01. Estimated delivery 08/13/2056. Shipping method: priority. Shipping address: National Old World Museum, New Orleans, Earth. Shipping details: We've managed to round up all the local Old World artifacts that we could find. A lot of interesting things here. Rifles, rations, pamphlets. We even found a prototype stealth kit in fantastic condition. That could be a great centerpiece in your exhibit. However, a slight issue. In transit, the truck hit a pothole and jostled all the ship. It seems to have actually activated the stealth drive, some strange short circuit, and our team hasn't actually confirmed the location of the stealth kit. It should be in one of those boxes. We will be expecting the commission to include the stealth kit. Gossip spreads quickly in terrified communities. Stories that keep the more fearful lizard folks in their passageways. Hushed tales that frighten even the most commanding of stone constructs, and wood folk, and creatures of the plains. Fear travels between the trees and the valleys. A demon, fallen from the sky, mighty enough to slay Providence and his worms. Only 2 arms, 2 legs, but with 22 unblinking crimson eyes. Order: custom-made barbed wire, 200 meters. Tracking number: 05. Estimated delivery: 02/01/2056. Shipping method: priority. Shipping address: P.O. Box 235B, Fort Blondenshire, Colony of Man. Shipping details: you were right to come to me for this premium barbed wire. The other retail models just won't get the job done like I do. Just cutting up invaders isn't enough. No, sir. I built in a secret defense mechanism. By cramming as many razors, X-Acto knives, and other blades I could find into this thing, this beauty is a powder keg just waiting to burst. This is my greatest work yet. If I don't get good reviews, expect to hear from my lawyers. Going to 594 South River, Io. Check. 1 whip. Red. Priority shipping. Going to... Oh, wow. Signal echoes. UES, contact light. Order: please let me know when you get this. I found. Tracking number: 53. Estimated delivery: 05/22/2056. Shipping method: priority. Shipping details: Research Center, Polarity Zone, Neptune. Shipping details: by the way, Mama should have sent over another package as well. Let me know when you get this. Papa. Should memory be lost, should oceans be clouded, will you bring me fervor? Will you die with me? The Zizigi of Io in Europa. It's disgusting. It's only mildly disturbing. They're overreacting. Well, when it turns on us, don't come crying to me. It seems like it only wants to help us. So I'd rather have it close in case that dangerous-looking group comes back around. I swear there's more than one. It's everywhere I look. The storage locker, the food dispenser, the cargo containers, everywhere. You're exaggerating. It's probably just following you around. Snap out of it. Ah! You just smacked me? You were hysterical. I had to. Hey, why's the thing looking at me now? The planet was unforgiving, taking more and more with each passing day. Lives and limbs were lost, and the medical tent grew increasingly busy. Jans was unfortunate enough to walk into a group of Lemurians during a routine check around the rally point perimeter. He was lucky enough to escape with his life, but the Lemurians wounded his leg before backup arrived. Jans leaned back in his cot. He strummed the strings on his ukulele, which he had picked up from an earlier expedition, as he contemplated his thoughts. Nothing too complex, but just a simple tune that he had picked up back when he took lessons as a child. Unbeknownst to him, one by one, he had gathered himself an audience. The gentle melodies of Jan's ukulele brought a rare comfort to the pained and labored patients. And for the first time since admittance, they felt like they could smile. The life in the medical tent was never something anyone could look forward to. Death, irreversible injuries, and a choking atmosphere surrounded them. But for a brief moment, the lives of those patients became that much brighter. Jan stopped, surveying the crowd intently watching him. He laughed, readying himself for an encore. Maybe things wouldn't be so bad after all. The War of 2019, while lasting only a brief year, was the bloodiest conflict in human history. As the war got deadlier throughout the years, many rebel groups began to rely on tradition and history for inspiration. The war horn, pictured above, was a favorite of the Northern Fist Rebellion for both its inspiration and its tactical use. Exhibit at the National World War XIX Museum. Order: Wax Quail. Tracking number 15. Estimated delivery 12/18/2056. Shipping method: priority. Shipping address: Research Center, Polarity Zone, Neptune. Shipping details: How are you doing? This is Mama. The weather here has been dreadful. It is raining every day. We've recently found a new bakery nearby that has delicious sandwiches. Papa has recently taken up whittling. He uses wax because it's softer. I have attached one of his favorites. Hopefully it wasn't dinged up in the mail. Anyways, I'll leave Boo alone now. Hope to see you soon, Mama. You don't want to rename it to Bill of the Wisp? No. Jared? No. Then what about Flared? Stop. It needs a name. It's no different than you or me. Next time we're at base, I'm applying for a transfer. You know that won't go through at least until December. How long have you been waiting to use these? Coming up with them on the spot. I've got a good head on my smolders. You can stop emphasizing those words so much. I get it. I will never stop fueling around. You want to grab something to eat when we get back? Thank the stars that's over. Yes. I hope they're not serving that gruel we had yesterday. Maybe they'll cook you a pepperoni pizza? Hey, wait up. I can't run while holding this thing. It might go off. Wee. 66. Bountiful riches. European law have no. Shipping delivery, no. But the Lemurians will. Oh boy, you want to hear Coda slap himself? That was disappointing. My nose is just